I'll do Rick T, Outdoor Adventure, and Billydog. You'll see him in a minute. And absolutely fantastic, just walking into the forest. I'm not joking, I've seen 6 or 7 beautiful deer, beautiful fit deer already. I've seen 2 hares, 2 big strong fit hares. I've been in the forest for 10 minutes. And yeah, I've probably got half an hour walk through the forest to camp. And something different today. We're out in a hot tent, but it's a DIY hot tent with a DIY stove. So I made this from an ammo can with my cousin Simon. He's quite a good engineer and he's got a nice little workshop. And we made this from an ammo can a couple of years back. And I've not used it a lot, but we're out tonight. We're going to build a DIY shelter. If you look on the back of my pack there, that's where sleep's set up. Billy always has a big setup in winter anyway, with his wool blanket and everything else. It takes a bit of carrying. I've wrapped a big builder's tarp round it. So we're going to use a builder's tarp, a couple of other bits, and we're ammo can stove, and we're going to have a cosy night in forest. What do you reckon? Sounds like a plan, doesn't it? Yeah, so if you're up for that, stick with us and see what we get up to. Big pack again, eh? Good bloody packs these though. Aren't they, Billy, eh? Good lad. Good boy. So mine and Billy's setup tonight. This is Billy's wool blanket, Billy's foam mat, Billy's tarp, our cover. This is our main tarp, and we've even brought half a lavoo with us. We'll show you what we're going to do with that. Let's get it set up. Yeah, we're roughing it a bit today. So an oud half a lavoo that's full of holes, a crappy old builder's tarp that's full of holes, and my stove that I built myself, which is the best bit about that bit of kit. Other than that, just some bits of rubbish that I just grabbed that I sometimes use with groups and things like that for messing about. But it's good to come out with some substandard gear sometimes and try and knock some of it up, you know, try and be comfortable for the night. We're not in a bivvy bag or anything, but I've got my sleeping bag, so I'm hoping it ain't going to rain too much, because there's a few gaps and a few holes, but be right, won't it? We'll suss it out. So this is your issue with a lavoo. Yeah, what you don't want to do is set fire to this canvas, which it will do. If it gets hot enough, it'll go up in flames. So we need to spread that apart. We need to make something to hold that apart. I brought a load of bits of wood from ages ago when I chopped. Didn't I, Billy? Eh? I did, lad, didn't I? Good boy, good boy. I've also built a small fire pit on the edge of my tarp, just in case I decide I want a real fire later on. We'll stick with stove to start with. We're cheating today. Yeah, a little bit of cotton wool there. Get that in there. Yeah. Okay. Get a few little bits in. Get it spiked up. No messing about. Some little tiny bits. I'll get that boiling. I want to get a brew on. Yeah, we have it set. There's a piece of steel that runs across the top here. So your draw comes up here and then along the top and then out the chimney. So it eats this top surface. Yeah, I've got a bit of a gap of a few inches there for the heat to come up. That's how it works. We're heating that up. Listen to that thing drawing. Can you hear it? It's like a train. It's quite handy today as well. Been able to bury my legs in the ground, which gives it some good stability. Good little bit of kit, that. Homemade bit of kit. Well, thanks for joining us anyway, me and Billy out here. So it's our last camp of 2024. So we're only a couple of days off New Year's Eve now, ain't we, Billy, eh? So just come out here to have a good chilled out night with Billy. You know, it's a beautiful woodland, my favourite woodland around where I live. I've camped in here many times, different setups, and it's a beautiful place. So like I says, we were walking in, there were deer running everywhere, there were hares, you know what I mean, it's a fantastic spot. So I'm just out to chill really. I mean, I've got some books with me, so I'm going to practice a few skills. I've got these I take these out quite often. They're quite handy, you know, tracking and stuff like that, and plant identification, even one on the stars. So we'll be looking up there tonight, see if we can see anything. I got a good book for Christmas, which is a fantastic book. I'm really enjoying reading that. Tracks and Sign, A Guide to Field Signs of Mammals and Birds of the UK by John Ryder. John Ryder's a seriously skilled fella. Yeah, if you want to watch on YouTube, he has got stuff on there, not loads of it, but the guy's class, he knows his stuff, you know what I mean? So I'm really enjoying reading that book. I've got a couple more books in here. So the plan is, I've got a brew on now on the DIY hot stove, ammo can hot stove. So I've got a brew on there. I'm going to get a brew, I'm going to do some reading. We're going to get out with binoculars. I've got a pair of binocs with me. Yeah. I've got my journal in there as well. So I'll do a bit of writing and a bit of drawing in there. And yeah, we're planning to get out and have a great night, a great evening out in woods with Billy. Eat some good food as well, and yeah, and wrap 2024 up in a mint way. Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely love it, don't we, eh? Absolutely love it. So even though it's a big knife, this bushcraft knife, I still use it for most of my carving. You know, until I'm getting dead fine, you know, I just like to use one knife, me, if I can. You know, and it's a bit of a beast, you know, as in it's a relatively thick knife and what have you. Castrum large felt it is, castrum, I always say castrum, large felt. But it's a great knife and I use it for more stuff, me. Like I say, until it's getting a little bit finer, It does a good job. Time to get some scran on, I reckon. Yeah, we'll get that door shut and we'll get a bit of scran on top, eh? Get the pan on, get a bit of oil in there and a few eggs, and we'll get some bacon done. That's nearly done that. Oh, I was banging that. Banging. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm still a bit peckish, so I'm going to do a bannock. I've not cooked some bannock mix. I was going to do it in morning, but I'm a bit peckish, still a bit peckish, so I'm going to do it. I'll do it tonight, and then what I'll do, I'll have half tonight, and then I'll have the other half in morning with a brew. Sounds like a plan, doesn't it? Well, it's looking pretty good, that. Yeah, bloody lovely, that. I'll save that off for morning. I'm going to eat this off now with a brew. Right, that's us settled in. We're in with Pits. Billy's in his blanket. My head's right next to the stove. It's bloody lovely and warm. I mean, that'll soon go, that heat, when it gets a bit cooler later on, won't it? 'Cause it's early doors yet anyway. But yeah, I'll see you in the morning for a brew and a bit of bannock. We'll have a coffee and a bit of bannock in the morning before taking this gear down and going for a mooch. But aye, catch you in the morning. See you in a bit. Always cover your wood if you can. Get it under a tarp or get it covered. Get a bannock in there. Oh, no slugs in it, so that's a good result. I'll get a coffee on now. Let's have a brew. First brew it day. Got an handful of little bits that I've split down. Oh. Yeah, get that in there. Whoa. All these little bits on. First brew it day, eh? Always the best brew, that, innit? Hey? Oh, hiya Billy. You alright? Come here, let's have a look at you. Let's have a look at you, hey? Oh, come here. Let's have a look, like you see on camera. Good boy. Hey, oh. So we had a good night last night. We're mint, weren't it, Billy, eh? Hey, we're mint. This fellow were fantastic as always. He were really, yeah, he were bang on, weren't you, Billy? Yeah, he were bang on. He cuddled up next to me. In fact, he was shoving me off me blooming pad half the time, trying to crawl on top of me. But yeah, you were good as gold, weren't you? Hey, So quick easy breakfast this morning, a bit of bannock and coffee. So I've got a bit of I've got some syrup on there, so a bit of energy for the day. Well, yeah, lovely, and a good brew. The sun's come up, which is absolutely beautiful. It's bloody warm, isn't it, Billy, eh? Hey, wow. I won't say it's warm, my hands are cold, but the sun's lovely, you know what I mean? It's a bit one of them winter sunshine days, which is ideal. So if you've never seen my ammo can stove, I'll show you around it now. This is the chimney. So I was given this piece by somebody. This is the only piece that's manufactured. This is off an old stove. I think it's a Frontier stove. Yep. And it's got the you know, so you can adjust the airflow in it. You see it there. So this is the only piece that's off something. I was given this piece, so I use that as my first piece coming off the stove, and then I can adjust the flow, the amount of air that's pumping up through that chimney, that's being sucked up through. Everything else is handmade. So the rest of the chimney, as you can see, all it's made out of, these are baking trays. So dead cheap baking trays, £1 something at B&M Bargains or something like that. Just cut the rim from around them and fold them over, bit of wire around them, told them together, and they all slot together. As you can see, this is an older baking tray. Yeah, and I just slot all them sections together, dead easy. When I finish with them, I just pull them apart. Some of them slide into each other. Yeah, dead simple, dead easy, dead cheap. Just, and it does the job. The stove itself, whoa, it's still blooming warm, that. Man out, Billy. The stove itself, let's have a look inside. Let's pop it open, see if it'll cool down. So it's your typical ammo can. Whoa. In the top I have a steel plate, and that's to direct the heat, so that when the heat comes up, the chimney's here, so the heat will come up here and it'll come along the top and up the chimney. Just make sure that this top plate gets hot. Yeah, so that's my plate, that's removable inside there. I can take that in and out. Woo! Hot. I need to empty this out in a sec. Yep, so I can adjust at the front there. I've put this wheel on so I can adjust the amount of airflow in there. Simple door. And then I've got a grill underneath there. I'm going to empty this out, then I'm going to show you that. Gloves are on now. Right, let's just close that up a sec. Pop that lid open again. Oh, that's my grill that sits on the bottom. So they're set up now, as you can see. Got my lid, etc. So underneath I've got 3 legs that fold in. Yeah, these front 2, I didn't use them today this time because I was on soft ground, but I've got these little L brackets that we can put in, so we've got nice wide feet. Yeah, they just store inside, legs fold back down. Yeah, so, and inside, like I say, open this up, So I have my grill, which sits in the bottom. So it's 1.5 inches off the ground. So that allows for airflow underneath my wood. So that just sits in the bottom down there. I've got my steel plate that sits on these brackets here. Yeah, to allow that airflow to come up. And then simply lock down. And then, like I say, we've got our adjuster for adjusting the amount of airflow that's allowed through, and then my simple door opening. Really good little bit of kit. Cost about 15 quid for the ammo can stove, and then a couple of hours of graft. Like I say, it's a grand bit of kit, isn't it? You know, I mean, I've got a decent Pomely stove, which is fantastic, a titanium lightweight stove, you know, and but they're not cheap. I mean, I was lucky and I was given it for free, but you know, I mean, this you know, it does the job. It does the job, you know, for 15 quid, or, you know what I mean, and a couple of hinges and a bit of time making it, and a couple of bolts and what have you. And if you've got the facilities to make them, it's a great little bit of kit, and really does the job well. You know, I like breaking it out every now and then. It's you know, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? So from Rick T, Outdoor Adventure, and Billydog. Come here, Billy. Come here, lad. Come here, let's say ta-ra. Come here. Good lad, sit yourself down. Good boy, sit down. Sit. Good boy. So from Rick T, Outdoor Adventure, and my #1 adventure buddy, Billydog, have a fantastic 2025. All the best. Have an absolute mint year with loads and loads of quality adventures. That's what I intend to do. That's what me and Billydog intend to do. Some nice meetups with some good people. Loads of adventures, some big adventures, some small adventures, but all quality adventures. So thanks for joining me, and thanks for being part of 2024 and following me on our adventures. Yeah, all them comments, them likes, them views, it's much appreciated. Absolutely, thank you. So look after yourselves, and we'll catch you again real soon. See you ladies. Ta-ra. Come on, Rambo. Good boy. This way, Rambo.